time. Then convincing win on Inferno. They're looking to kickstart OG's legacy at the majors here and now on the back of this best of three.
On the contrary, we've got Vitality, legends of their own right, but they might not have the title beside it or behind them. No waiting around for OG. They will force the fight. They will find the first contact and maybe backs turn while they do. Apex decapitated. Neofrag still here. Do they know about the second man? Considering the option. But they still have to round the corner, and that shadow advantage is noteworthy for Neofrag. He will see them coming. He will have prior warning. Spinx with a jiggle. Neofrag, oh, caught in trouble. Got to get out of danger. Vitality, whatever they had planned in this round has been thrown out the window. OG's disruption, forcing them into the B-bomb site. Fiku, one of the two latest additions, the young'un, has to stand tall.
Here's the B-pop. Fiku, back to the side, forced out, wants to try and reposition, wants to try and keep them guessing. Nexa's already in at the car as well, along for the ride. Might never be needed as degster and Fiku light them up. Spinx with the reply, but he would need the ace in the clutch, and it's not gonna happen. That tower comes toppling down and the pistol round found for OG.
Massive opener, right? I mean, this would, no, I don't need to tell you just how insane this would be for OG to win this series with all the pressure, with the dropped ball in the first map that would have led them into a 2-0 win, going into a very favorable map for Vitality as a decider. They've got to be a little bit scared, but must put on a brave face. And maybe one of the bravest on the other side. ZywOo, AK, dropped over from Spinx, forced up in a full eco otherwise. One flash to set up the sniper on the rifle. Down lower they go. Neofrag close. Nexa gets a spot from jumping on catwalk. ZywOo trying to trade his teammates out. Neofrag sends it. They still don't know that this AK is in play. You wouldn't expect it, and you might find out the hard way. Neofrag chased down by the pistol, finished off. There's a trade, but that's well worth it for Vitality. Can ZywOo do more? He'll certainly try.
Degster has seen a leg. Magis tagged. Apex, only man with health, trying to get out of there in middle. Just about dodges that peak, but pushed up in the long doors. flameZ lies in wait. The shadows have given it away. And now nexa taking heads off in middle. It's a clean anti-eco around there out of OG. Yeah, money made from the SMGs.
Was always meant to be clean. When you see that one AK, that one opening kill, it's a little bit scary for a second. Vitality, they, the last major back at Antwerp, had no problem getting through the challenger stage, Harry. They ran through it 3-0, laughing to the bank. It was the Legends where they had their problems. They played in this exact 2-2 matchup, lost it to Heroic, lost the chance to play in front of the crowd. Well, they may have the crowd here now, and it may even be on their side, but they've got to go deeper. They've got to go further. Spinx relegated. ZywOo escalating. Scaling the A site, but decapitating from flameZ. 3 kills in an instant as they come up catwalk. That bomb's still committed. They can't back out. They can't bail. They've got to go onward.
No second chance at this frag on the A player. Neofrag goes swinging out late. Apex dies with the bomb over on Cat, and it tumbles into CT. dupreeh cannot win this one anymore, surely, right? Not with the bomb down there. Not with where it's ended up. And so I think, this can really only be a save. Or dupreeh just trying to do damage. No victory to be found in this first rifle round for Vitality. Out of all the ways that could have gone, that was the worst case. Lit up by flameZ, not even lit up, annihilated by flameZ as you try to come out through short. Just so crisp. And then the bomb tumbling away. This one's done. Write it off early, back to the drawing board. Not the false start you wanted if you're Vitality.
Yeah, next will be a repeat of round 2, right? Nothing but a single AK. But not the map for Ecos on the T side, certainly. Vitality would have loved starting on defense here on Dust, but they don't get that satisfaction. And in fact, I think it's even scarier that OG, no matter what half they have here in the first, they're going to end it on their T sides. And that's something that we've seen all series, all tournament long, has been a mainstay. Their best half in a time where CT size ravaged Counter-Strike. That's terrifying for Vitality, but it's not a problem we'll have to think about for some time. Scout round this eco, a light investment, pistol armor, but OG with everything to play with. degster spots that cross, but it's a scout playing behind it. Ooh, luckily no connection. degster gets out of dodge. Fiku wins his fight at B, and that's the AK loss.
Not just any fight, exactly. That's the hero gun removed. And it's not in a retrievable spot,
No.
not really. It's ahead of this smoke. Magis would have to go through to get that back.
I want to see them hold on to it. They know it's the only way in. Love that deep Molotov, forcing a reposition. They won't find a kill, but they could smoke that molly. And they've actually got the AK insured, dropped inside of the site as they've swapped it out. Maybe even naded it towards them. Perfect play for OG. Irretrievable, still true. And Vitality may as well just pump this B-bomb site out of necessity. This is the only way to open. ZywOo scout. Oh, that's a tag. But again, cut off by utility. Forcing a reroute. Satnav sends them up short, where degster waits.
Dream position for him on the AWP. Missed shot initially. Does have support from CT, and so this one should go nowhere quickly. Nexa moving in, taking heads off. It's quick, it's clean, it's everything you'd want from this sort of round. OG, keep it flawless, keep it 5 alive. They're coming into this with a winner's mentality, that much is clear. This opener has been really clean from them.
All 3 maps have. 5-0 start on Vertigo. Caught up very quickly. 5-5 equalized by Vitality, right? It wasn't without a fight. On Inferno, that start never ended. Dominance the entire way through. Which one of it will it be on Dust or somewhere in the middle? And that's exactly where ZywOo finds his pick. Headshot through the door. Neofrag gone on a cross, not a fight. He didn't sign up for that. This is already immediately going to force OG at the start of rounds to be using util to cross doors. They may have changed the map, but still ZywOo finds a way to break it open.
Oh my God!
Only wallbangs today.
That just comes out of nowhere, doesn't it? That is the last thing you're expecting. Okay, ZywOo.
It may have taken 2 maps, but he's here.
Let's see if he can keep it going, shall we?
They've won the round, Harry. Hate to break it to you. It's already over.
Yeah, OG with the decision to just reinforce the A side of the map, taking a bit of a gamble. They say, look, if that bomb goes B, fair enough, they've earned it. A kill on a Spinx. Still don't think that's even closer to enough to attempt you back in for this retake. Maybe if you find one on the cross, just smoke spam him, but that's such wishful thinking. We can just hold that thought for another day. Bomb now down, and OG saving in this one, writing it off. ZywOo very much did enough in the opening of this round, offered that AWP, did all the legwork. Vitality just had to stick the landing.
Harry, put down the horn.
Sorry.
Honk, honk. Very nice. That's when the steering wheel's got to be in the front. Right, plenty of energy to channel. Check these shots from ZywOo. I want to see the second. Oh, he saw something there. He had enough of an angle, but going to need a lot more of that from ZywOo to keep this comeback going for Vitality. 2 opening picks deciding the round.
Yeah, Vitality needs to channel this like first round win into something greater. You know, it can't just be a little isolated incident, a flash in the pan, a one and done. You need consistency. You need to replicate this now.
What a nade.
degster looking like he wants to aggro.
Psych, you thought. Yeah, Nexa went down lower early as well and even threw an, oh, not Nexa, Neofrag, threw a nade up top tunnels. Announced that he was here, quickly departed this position. Vitality have to waste extra time, manpower, and utility in clearing this area. But they will finally get control back of middle. Retake of long late in the round. It's an A split right now. degster, the wrong side of the map, wastes his molly in middle. flameZ retaking the long position. Trying to get back into pit in time, and you can see the util coming over the top. This confirms it. Nice spot. Can take a kill and drop off into the pit after it. Dex is here in time.
Yeah, now there's 1-2 here, but the flashbang's good. You need that second prong. You need that trade here out of the AWP. degster, one's not going to be enough. 2 might cut it. Why stop there? There's a third man. Oh, he's going to find him. Flicking back into the site. degster still standing, still breathing, and Dupree gone. OG with a great round. Their AWPer just lighting up Vitality, stealing the show.
And stealing that legend spot. That's the goal, Harry. Ice cold tune for degster. The no-scope attempt into the pistol tap. He's feeling it. He is in his playground. He is in his element. And while he may be in the map, he got eliminated in Antwerp by flameZ. This is not that. This is a different degster. Ooh, flick missed this time. Spinx actually got out long already. He wasn't aware. flameZ nade, swing with a flash, and he gets a kill as well. Can he escape? Yes. Dupree trying to chase him down as the smoke fades, but he's got the bomb on his back. flameZ waits patiently for a second chance. ZywOo mollies next to a car. He doesn't have a chance to escape. No smoke. It comes too late. ZywOo hits his head.
Oh.
And finds 2, 3.
Oh
ZywOo! That's one way to do it. Fiku, a long road to recovery.
Now he's got the AWP. Now he's got the AWP. He's got your number, mate. You're gone. What do you do against that? ZywOo!
Both rounds and the backpack of one player. How much can one man do? We're about to find out.
All right, then. This could really get interesting if the 2 wildest stallions, the 2 Mustangs, rare to life, right? ZywOo versus degster could prove to be one for the ages. They're both getting activated now. We needed that. Relatively speaking, been a reasonably quiet day in the office from the AWP players. But now we're on Dust, an AWPer's playground. And so if they start to exert their influences over this game, if they start to give us rounds like that, we are in for a treat.
Oh.
Attempt at the mid-fight, missed shot for ZywOo.
Flash out mid, it won't affect the player down in spawn. Nexa's got a nade. That might just do it. Apex trying to escape just about around the corner. 2 health the difference. Faking to B right now, trying to get those last remnants of utility out of OG. They've managed to do it, mostly. Final smoke deployed, and now to fade Vitality. They've done their due diligence, now they just have to do right by it. Still stacked in middle. Likely to be cat take before anything else. Up gets Dupree flashed. Degster will fight him here. Sees an arm, takes a leg. 5-on-4, back to spawn at the right time.
ZywOo wants to try and make a play here. He's feeling it. He started to walk out through these mid doors all alone. There was no real support system around him here, but now the smoke down in CT. ZywOo tries to run in first. The quick flick to find neofrag and the turn. One more man inside of the B site and he will get knocked out, but Magis trades it at least. ZywOo, it's not in vain. You're still in this round, a 2v2 now. Magis and Spinx are the ones who have got to get it over the line for Vitality. OG split on this one through the tunnels, one through the doors. Two chances at these fights, but on the coin toss it comes up heads. Magis and Spinx both lock it in.
Something's changing, Harry. Something's turning on, turning up. About time. Thanks to the Woo. Another double entry. How much more can he do? And it's done right by him, by his team. Lovely crossfire in the post plant. Off angle on the barrel. And OG don't want to get ahead of themselves. Broken now. The money in tatters. Should be a shooting ground, but Apex still yet to frag. 0-8.
Tell you what, it's if this game gets close, it's if Vitality start to come back into it, that's when we get a real good eye test, a real test of the metal for these three, major debutees on the side of OG. neofrag, Fiku, and flameZ, they've had no problems thus far. That's exactly why you don't want it to rear its head in this third and final map.
Yeah, that would be scary. Especially with how Degster began this, right? Been hitting heads, been sniping everyone. They're going to go for this. AK still in the round here for OG, but the pistols will go first and likely will fall. Should be no way but back in. Once a molly fades, bomb plant open for the long side for ZywOo later in the round. If it comes down to it, it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. Magisk is melting them right now, and neofrag is starting to realize that his chance is falling by the wayside. Nice tap for Nexa. More to be done, and he can't do it. Forcing the save and taking Vitality to 4. Similar to the first map of the series, the strong start for OG caught up very quickly. We've got a game on our hands.
And that's so relieving to see, it really is. While we've kind of talked about this as maybe the start of OG as an org, as this 5, a start of their legacy at Majors. For Vitality, they're trying to defend a legacy. These guys, they've been around the block. Something that we've been touting is this idea, Vitality as an org, never not making it to the legend stage. And on top of that, the individuals have never placed below 16th. So losing here, these are stats, these are achievements that you never get back. That's it.
Yeah, as every player has learned, except Dupree coming into this major, right? Other records broken, other multi-major attenders removed. One still standing. Sure, he's here, but is that what he wants his legacy to be?
Exactly, and that's why it's good that now Vitality are bringing the heat, bringing a bit of a fight into this third map after falling quiet on the second. You do not want it to all end with a whimper. That's not how you want to go in to dark times.
Oh, the contact by Nexa, the timing is caught up. They're so fast up short. They don't announce it, but they also don't shut it down. Attempts at kills, barely touching OG. That was an opportunity to win a round off of the first fight for it to snowball out of control. Vitality will bungle it. It doesn't cost them anything, except a chance. And you don't get many of them. Dex is now back along with the AWP. He can turn on a dime. But Vitality, if they were to recommit, they will announce it the second time around. We've got late lurks out long this time. flameZ has tried a different position. He got flashed off pit side. This time he wants to play close. Easier to avoid this utility. But as a result, is dedicated to this fight. He will live and die on this position. Degster chooses to help him first and foremost. Nade close. They know they need to worry about him. Flashed in, flameZ fires off. 1 kill. He didn't see Magist. Oh, he goes back for more. What? Second chance. Dexter's let him into the site. He's got to stop him now as they stick the plant.
Yeah, moving in. Combat AWPing swaps to the Deagle. Elects to play this one with his sidearm. Deag is an AWPer's best friend, and Degster seems to believe that. Apex in the sight, dead to the AWP. Degster brings out the big guns. ZywOo and dupreeh trying to do this, but ZywOo can't pick a target. Too rich an environment. Now dupreeh has got to be that man. And with only 2 from the short side, it's a successful retake there for OG.
What a show up for flameZ as well in that round, right? The call to get flashed in. They had a perfect setup to allow the AWP to take contact, for flameZ to find the second man. No, he goes 1 step ahead. He forces those fights. 2 kills at long, back up for the third. And this is a guy who's starting off his opening games here in the challenger stage, was talking about his nerves, was talking about the pressure, and a firepower piece for OG went quiet in their openers. Losing to Fnatic, losing to Furia. But he seems to have brushed that all off here on the stage, even with the crowd against them. OG are putting numbers on the board, 6-4. And again, Vitality, early timeout. It's been the name of every game in this series so far. You feel like over this BO3, the OG have had more consistent firepower, right?
Yeah.
ZywOo missing until late in the game on Vertigo. And even then, he lost some clutches.
Plus, I really don't want to draw attention to this, but you feel like you have 2 man Apexes tagged. He has fallen off of a cliff, man, and it hasn't even started here on Dust2. Inferno, I look at him as the guy who has to bear a lot of responsibility as to why that was such a one-sided game. He's not really wanted to go this quiet on the big stages, but this round plucked out of it to open up again.
How do you not get tilted? That's how the game started. He was lining up util at top mid and flameZ pushed long and killed him. It's happened again. Picked with nades out, no cover from his team. As OG throw the strat book out the window and run into Vitality. They're the ones forcing fights on the CT side. nexa's playbook. Aggressive, oppressive, and an annoyance to this offensive. Vitality wait for a refrag, a chance to trade, but it's not presented. Look at the room they have, for crying out loud. Fiku's pushing to B is allowed a stack on this site. Those smokes are fakes, but as they recommit, they have nothing to go with. Magiska's found 1. But OG will not be caught by surprise. Another one-way.
Dude, yeah, this smoke inside of the site for flameZ to play around. It's filth. It's going to be really annoying. Maybe ZywOo can try to deal with it. Maybe. Depending on the angles open to him over towards long. Even then, hoping and praying, and flameZ won't use the one-way. He goes fighting heads up. Now, dupreeh has opened alongside this AWP from ZywOo. But OG are all amassing close for the retake. They are on the other side of this smoke at the crossroads. ZywOo has to pick a target. He will turn on a dime, dealing with Neofrag. Degster tries his hand at the jump shot, but not today. Fiku with a long round. Oh, hello. That might entice them back in. They're going to try and give this a go after all. My word, much like Inferno, right when they were about to ride it off, they go back in. Only this time, Spinx delivers.
Closing, finally. All he could do was open last map. He'll shut down the clutch, 1v2. After an already ended round, a given up 2v3 for OG, tempts them back in. Clutch game already. You can see everyone's giving full energy. This one is getting scary. Lower push. Oh my goodness, more aggression, and dupreeh will at least not be caught off guard. Double headshot down below.
Degster's turn.
Oh, there's a third man. Surely Vitality are ready for this. They've seen something. They've seen ahead. More players creeping into
ZywOo now
This
knows.
has sold degster down the river. flameZ hits a headshot. Now the AWP comes through. There's a third player as well. This is a trap.
Magisk is trying to hold on to the lower tunnel flank, but he can't. He's melted. There's 3 guys there. What could you expect him to do? That is crazy. The fact that OG, despite all the info going against them, their positions being known about, they're walking in to players who are cognizant that they're there. They still win every one of those gunfights down in the lower tunnels, and now they force Vitality to set up in a 2 versus 3 post-plant. Now, at least Vitality have had time. That's the one thing on their side here. They've had so much time
Spinx.
to get set up, so you better have picked the right spot. You better have picked the right defense down in the pit. Spinx waits. Oh, and he waits, and there's the round, palm of his hands. He's closed the door on OG and their hope that the pistols were going to do it here.
What a beautiful reposition. What a beautiful play. He knows it's going to take them the entire round to get back to A, and Spinx shoots him in the back. Another 2K to close from him. He's bailed them out. Lovely opener from dupreeh as well, but that 3-on-5 almost gets converted by OG. They keep getting baited back into lost rounds, and even though Apex, no smiles on his face at 0-11, his team are taking him the distance. He can still lead even if he can't frag.
I mean, bro, like, it would be a testament to the rest of the squad if they're able to keep Vitality in this, in spite of this scoreline from him.
I just love what nexa is calling, even if it hasn't exactly worked in post-plants, because Vitality are just calling quick, quick in result. But the amount of aggression we've seen, it's ruffled feathers, it's caught players off guard. There's more of it here, but this is only pistols. degster's already thinking about the save. He's got his bodyguards in tow. And Vitality, hey, forget how this game started. It's all about how it ends. And they're looking for a 7-round T-side at minimum.
Oh, they are flashing into the long doors, but this is being held, and so really, Spinx should just clean this up. No problems.
He's beckoning them through. He's not even giving them the fight.
Tell you what, if he does somehow drop the ball, the bomb's here. Now, I'm not saying this gets out of hand. I don't think it ever should. I don't think it ever will. But that's the way it could. Bomb could still end up going into this AWP, into this hero AWP.
Yeah, it just should be impossible to rally off as many shots to win the round for degster. They're going to have good enough spacing to trade this one out. They've left Spinx on the flank. I'm counting it out, Harry. I'm cutting it off. No hope, no dream. Are they going to drop spawn as well? It's an option. First smoke down. degster's taking it, and they see the AWP and they evaporate. They dissipate, they disappear. Back to B. Magisk is already lining that up, pushing through the tunnel smoke. Vitality off positions alone, around in their hand, around the degster will not attempt. And Apex is on the board.
Just a little something to break the silence. You'd be surprised. Sometimes that can bring you back in.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's that first kill that feels the most elusive, but then when you get it, you can't stop yourself. 7-6, Vitality up in the lead. And I mean, hey, if there ever was a time for, you know, the likes of ZywOo to show why he's so talked about, you know, or Spinx as to why he was brought into this team as the 5th man, for dupreeh and Magisk to run back the years, it's in this game. Apex needs it from him, and they're at least delivering in his honor right now.
Yeah, this is, just off of, essentially 45 in fragging, this is impressive enough, but it's going to get harder now before it gets easier for OG. I can't say I wasn't romanced by the idea that a debut major team won with a captain who had already made a final just last year could make this dream run, this victory to the legend stage, but at the same time, it wouldn't feel like a major legend stage without dupreeh, without ZywOo, without Magisk, the whole squad. And Zonic standing behind. They're certainly in pole position. But they've got to make the most of it. Every round, another 4-buy. OG have certainly made these ecos more interesting than they have any right to be. Long take. Will it scare them off? Doesn't look like it. OG gets set up in the pit, but this is a beat rush.
You want a pace change.
Oh,
running
wow.
through the Molotov. He might be low, but he does get the opener. neofrag, however, we talk about this guy's sprays. Impeccable control on the site hold.
Yeah, it wasn't the A4. It was him all along. Switch gun for this game. And he's laid down the law. Excellent spray, but not out of the woods yet. Spinx and ZywOo, the two power pieces of this map so far for Vitality. ZywOo the opener, Spinx the closer, so many rounds. Head spotting, duck down, backpack still seen. You can see a shuffling, see a rumbling, just uncrouch. He dares neofrag. A wallbang might work.
If you even get curious for a second, if even,
it's done, he's dead.
Molly's gonna do it. neofrag, one tick's all that's needed. Oh, what? He's not supposed to get away with that! 4 in the round from the B anchor, right as the fire takes him.
ZywOo could have hit, hands off the keyboard, but he wanted the kill, and he'll get it. It will cost him his life. Spinx might not expect this position for flameZ, anchored down behind the box. Spinx searches, hunting, 20 seconds, gotta be quick, back turned, and it's done. 7 rounds to OG, neck and neck at the end of the half, and this last one will decide the lead. Keep in mind, nothing is out of the realms of possibility, even if Vitality win the half. OG's T-sides, as we've said all series long, have been impeccable. Nexa revitalizing his name as an in-game leader here in the hardest of matches. ZywOo, quick pick, snatches degster.
Normally, whenever we've seen ZywOo kind of come into a round looking like that, it's gone on to mean great things for Vitality. Let's see if that trend keeps up. They're going to need it too in this low econ round. Right, a lot of faith in the AWP. It's really one of the only big ticket items you have.
Out middle. Apex going to drop that mid to be smoked. neofrag back to the A4, back to his comfort choice. He's seen them already come through, flashing a fight, taking this one's dangerous with an AWP down there, but they've already run through the door. Apex leading by design, takes that kill, and a missed spray for Fiku, gets his revenge. flameZ knocked off the box, and Vitality run rampant, run wild into an 8-round half.
Dead. Okay, wait. Wait. Mateus, come down. B last guy. Just cross. You can cross.
Yeah, he's in B. Outside B now.
Matu has spawned.
Stay alive, Matu. Campaign is blue.
No! Mateus!
I don't know what you did, but that sounded crazy.
I don't know. Good job, Matthew. That's what we need.
Hey Future Pros, back on Dust2, and this time to show you a smoke you can throw for your teammate to peek long, safe from any mollies to deny the area. To throw the smoke, get into this corner. Aim in the middle of this beam as shown, and simply jump through the smoke. This smoke will extinguish a CT molly and allow your teammate to still take the angle into long. Even if no molly is thrown, your teammate's vision will still be unobstructed by the smoke. Good luck, and maybe throw a flash or two just to help out.
Achei que era o final. Vacilo.
Vitality were a team built to be the best, to beat the best. FaZe, Na'Vi, running Rife this year. Vitality came in with a new change, with Spinx in the hot seat, with the intention of toppling the Titans. And while they've been put through the ringer, washed around in the machine, now they have to prove it. Now they have to even get to the stage to face the best. They've worked hard for it. An 8-round T-side on Dust2 is something to be proud of, but it won't matter unless they finish the job.
Yeah, when you put this roster together, world-class players, world-class coach, a mixture of veterans and the hottest talents. It was meant to be one that you weren't even meant to be concerned about them, you know, reaching playoffs. This was meant to be a team that was meant to, you know, lift trophies. Now, legend stage is even contentious. Neofrag gonna open up the pistol. Oh, ZywOo with the response back at the site. The boy Wonder's got to try and do the heavy lifting here. Apex finds one through the smoke. Oh, just praying that these shots will connect. That some sort of relief can be found in the heart of the cards. Not the case. RNG didn't bode too well for him.
Oh no!
And as he runs out, he's caught. Neofrag on the catwalk. Executioner tears through Vitality.
Yeah, terrific T-sides has been the name of the game, not just for Nexa's calling, but Neofrag's entering as well. He has been a rock in these offensive sides. Excellent 4K to get us going on the cat split. And with the amount of aggression the OG rather brought into their CT half on ecos, the mid pushing, the long flashing, the tunnels taking, I can't imagine what they've got in store in this second. Fast out long. Pace set by Nexa. Flashed off is ZywOo. But Vitality do want to swing that momentum back. Double scout on the cost. Smoke ready. ZywOo can replenish. Apex can live. And he takes a tag with him. But ZywOo's still here. And again brings out this scout. Y'all remember the first half. Headshot comes through. And that alone is enough to deter OG. They've taken their advantage. They've lost it swiftly. And now they want to exit the situation. B play is definitely the safer option. Dupree's there alone. How long does he hold his smoke? If it's at the first contact, it might force OG to go through. They don't want this one to be too obvious. The MAC-10 on Neofrag now can lead the fray. Dupree, this 5-7 churns up. Close range headshots are an option.
He might just drop it at around about the 30-second mark anyway.
It's a good time.
Eventually, it's, yeah, look, here we go. The util comes out, and he's going to try and play in between. It's Dupree, smoke spam, serves him well for the first. Now waiting, Nexa over here in middle, starts to get involved on this flank.
Okay.
Trying to win these fights, trying to shut down the mid to B, and make life hard for the guys in the site. Oh, he's up in the window. Nexa, he's staring down at them now. This B site belongs to him. In at the back, Magis taking heads off. The eagle of Magisk. The Magic Man serves it up for Vitality. Pulls a round out of the hat. And they're back in this thing after all.
Absolute wizardry. After everything from Nexa, the rotate cut off, ZywOo pushed back, and even the entry on Dupree, but it's not enough. He had to hit every single head, and Magisk, he'll do it. Was the carry of map 1. The reason Vitality weren't even 2-0'd in this series in the first place. And now it's OG's finances. Shredded. Scout for degster. Deagles elsewhere. But Vitality's lifeline longed out one round more. They've got a lot of room, but it is by design. Likely, or rather unlikely to cross mid to B without a smoke, but it's not a piece of equipment that OG have. They might be forced into mid to B. And ZywOo, I mean, they can see him. He's double scoped on Cat. No one is even thinking about this right now. Who would go mid to B without a smoke?
Yeah, a part of me is wondering, like, if flameZ just took the timing right now, he'd be set.
He'd around. Dupree, though, this is well timed. Another smoking tunnel cuts this off. They might have to go through, reliant on flameZ to cut off rotations. Instead, they're just going to fight in tunnels. This is a mess. A question of what this round could have been for OG now feels irredeemable. A re-smoke, a middle finger, and a push-up through long. Spinx takes matters into his own hands.
Hang on a moment, they're coming back. Spinx actually is now throwing to the belly of the beast. flameZ. 2 off of his deagle and a route up the catwalk, cracked open. Suddenly, it's an A play. If you've blinked, you've missed it. ZywOo hasn't though, and he nails that shot.
No bomb.
Unblinking, unwavering, and even though Degster finds them with the scout, he doesn't have the bomb. He needs the kill. 3, 2, 1. It's only the tag, and heartbreak for Degster. Elation for Vitality as they narrowly saved that round.
He laughs it off, but a robbery of a round almost ensues. Scouting almost as good as the Woo, but he needed the headshot. Saved by the bell. That's, yeah, that'll get the heart moving, the blood pumping. I can't believe that. Vitality, whatever it may be, divine intervention or not, they are destined for the Legend stage. And OG are here to break hearts. But it's slipping through their fingers.
I mean, I don't know, like that was so close. I don't think we're even anywhere near seeing OG run out of steam yet, man. If you're able to turn around a moment like that, a round that was meant to be disastrous. They got re-smoked in the tunnels. They had like 28 seconds left as they're going into mid. They're getting flanked. All the info was against them. All the firepower was against them. They didn't have any utility. They didn't really know what was happening in the round. Hell, they didn't even have the bomb. And yet still, Degster nearly did it 1v3 with a scout.
To think if he even picked up that bomb on the cross-in the first place and gets those 2 kills, he has time for a plant. He could have stuck it, suddenly advantage him. But we'll never know. I mean, that was already a what-if round with flameZ having all the room in the world. He just wasn't aware. These rounds coming down to the wire, to the final second. And neither team assured in. To think that this is the challenger stage. Shocking. The Legends haven't even shown up yet, but hey, when in Brazil, got to get a game of footy in.
All right then. All right.
Oh,
They're actually pretty good with it as well.
Who's been teaching them? Go for it, score.
It does kind of give off a football arena vibe. Where's the goal here? Is it the garage door? It looks like.
They shot it.
Oh, it's close.
We'll allow it. We'll allow it. Handball.
Are they allowed to use guns in this game?
Dude, kick it out long. See if Spinx wants to play.
All right then. Everyone's having a good time. The flames rock up with the football.
Spirits are high at least. Hey, whoa, where'd it go? All right, forget it. Rock it with your Glock out. Round the corner, Spinx tip tapping. Oh, and it's nice and clean. Everyone smooths out the eco kills. Flanks even here, bit of money made on the way out. 11 rounds to Vitality. The game set to continue.
Yeah, you know, we kind of took time out to focus on the game within the game there. But talking to the other game within this game, the economy one, OG are finally bringing out This AWP again and rifles around it, but they're constantly teetering on the edge of this kind of breaking point.
Yeah, it's a safe decision. Instead of ZywOo peeking deep down mid, looking for these crossing kills, degster just holds lower. It ensures that his team don't have to worry about below. And also, most importantly, don't have to waste util. degster will get that smoke in the hinge. Lined up with a scope. Oh, he misses it. Not ideal. Not ideal at all, but luckily no warp yet for Vitality, so it won't be a big punish play. However, Apex might meander through this smoke. Seeing it's a miss, trying to make the most of a mistake. Oh, flash.
That's a flash through. They want to fight this. Apex. they didn't see him. They didn't clear him. A 1-for-1 out of the MP9.
One man
and now ZywOo fast down short. Back stab. One more man in middle. degster here with the AWP. Two up on the catwalk and he's boxed in, backed into a corner. Claws have got to come out now. And it'll be ZywOo putting down the beast. Just flameZ left in the clutch, dead. As the short take works wonders.
Hey, they take a page out of nexa's book. Think about the aggressive CT round. Sure, nexa's calls were more out of spawn, pushing top mid to catch players, lining up util, flashing into long doors. That's a reaction. They see that B player about to come down after Apex gets traded, and Vitality just run amok off the short flank, completely catching OG by surprise. The bitter taste of medicine delivered to OG. And it's getting worse for wear.
First little leak around, they were having fun with it. They were still believing that this game was well within their grasp. Now, this one, very different vibes around it. Bombs all the way outside of B as well. Dupree's even taken the tunnels away. Nexa was holding for that. Kind of wild, but ready and waiting for the tunnels play.
Still a small victory in a very insurmountable situation for OG. Got to go back to get the bomb. Frag has that retrieved rifle, but he's really the power piece of this round.
And I kind of hope they don't overcook this situation. You know, like you found Dupree, you're on a pretty low econ round. You can send nexa out on this feeler mission, but I do hope it does just culminate in the B play when all is said and done.
Yeah, but Spinx is so proactive, so they should realize this soon. ZywOo's already leaning back over the middle to rotate, and the further Spinx gets on this flank, the more insured, the more ready they are in the site.
Oh, Nexa's deagle in mid. Hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. Magisk needs to win this second fight, and he will. Holds on to the tunnels, dropping down off the boxes, bringing himself to their level.
And Apex has had a resurgence, right? It's not been, high impact multi-kills, locking down sites, but he's getting the kills where he needs to. He stops nexa in that round, who's on a bit of a tear with 2 deep shots, taking down ZywOo. And so we talked about that slight resurgence of Apex, what one man's difference can make. They were already holding strong in the first half while he was yet to frag. Slowly climbing back in, and as they are on the CT side, his in-game leading requirements lessened. Vitality play what they know. For Nexa, we've credited his T-sides every map of the tournament, especially this series. Suddenly they've gone cold, 5 in a row for Vitality after a pistol win from OG, remember? Got to dig deep right here and now.
Just making a play. Oh, that's the sort of confidence that OG haven't really had to contest with yet. Neo Frag, someone who has been lights out throughout this series for OG, someone who looked like he had limitless confidence up here in such a crucial matchup. Well, he's now getting a taste of his own medicine. ZywOo, patient on the boost, but eventually will have to drop down.
Yeah, they hear long flashes, so they go back to check it out. Oh, tag actually hit from degster onto Spinx on that cross. OG still not even out long. This is a really rough round right now. He's spending so much util just to clear close, and look at what it's forced out of Vitality. A retake of the long position. ZywOo mollies it. He owns the angle with the AWP. And they're running out of util. Couple of smokes, couple of mollies, 3 flashbangs. They're gonna have to go up catwalk, but I mean, this layered setup, Harry. How the hell do you break through this? Apex is setting Spinx up for success. He can uncrouch, he doesn't need to. If Apex dies, Spinx is the surprise.
Yeah, it's a super drawn out like bait and switch between the two of them if they want it to be, and that re-smoke in it short. OG, they really don't have a choice but to try and go through it. And go through it they shall, but they don't like what they see. The AWP of ZywOo's plucked them out of the round, and now the nades are lighting them up. They're blind, they're injured, they're wounded, they're tired, they're exhausted trying to come down short, and they're getting picked apart one by one. Ooh. Nice response back out of nexa. The man at the helm of OG is doing everything he can to keep them in this.
10 seconds,
but they're running out of time, and ZywOo suddenly is responsible for stopping this bomb going down. He can't. They're making it happen, a 2v2 from nowhere. This looked like it was a vitality round. Nexa's done everything in his power to keep them in this, and now he's got to close it. 1v2, and he can't take it over the line. Vitality. They're doing it on this CT side. One hell of a streak that they've put up, spearheaded by ZywOo.
And nexa did all he could, all he damn could. That's been the story of this T side, at least in the numbers. The double dig on their eco, the double entry yet again, the 2-on-4 attempt denied at the finish line, and 6 rounds strung together for Vitality. No better time to show it. No better map for ZywOo to show what he's made of. Another pick attempt, degster smoked off for the corner, allows that cross. Magisk makes it to the pit. ZywOo re-aggresses on the catwalk. Here to fight in middle. I mean, this has been a guarantee. When OG wants short, they get it. Not this time around. Degster again goes for the hinge smoke. Hope he's fixed his lineups. ZywOo would never miss this. Degster can't afford to. It lands. But the danger, it sends them into it. The AWP on short. OG's routing is exactly what ZywOo wants. He should be guaranteed an opener. As Fiku runs away, he gets hurt. ZywOo drops off. The flank is already coming in. OG don't know, but the box is closing.
Yeah, the net's tightening. The net is getting tighter and tighter with each passing second. And OG, asphyxiation, Dupree, strangling them on this wrap round. Degster dead, and one by one, they're just getting snuffed out of the round. Blowing out like candles, one at a time. No response, nothing said back from these guys in Apex. Oh, it was a quiet first half, but he's trying to be a hero here of this B-bomb site. He might have to be, as he is left in it all alone. The nade's gonna do the heavy lifting. Nexa, we said that this T-side has been, it's been the Nexa story, it's been the Nexa show. This third map has been him trying to save the day. Well, now it's that literally, as he's in this all alone, overran, overwhelmed. 15 for Vitality.
Flawless since the pistol. After getting destroyed on their map pick, or their second map rather, of Inferno, Vitality, don't let that betray them. Vitality, the definition of the word, the state of being strong and active, where you can't question the strength. And in this CT side, Vitality have been active. They've been all over the place. Spinx long flanks, Dupree's tunnel push. They have not let their foot off the gas, and they have squeezed every morsel of life out of OG. Now a husk of a T side, and one round will do it. One round will send Vitality over the line into the legend stage, as the names should be there.
And this streak of, Vitality always making it to legend stages for the players, for the individuals. It's all looking to be kept in check for at least one more major. These legacy players get to have one hell of a track record. OG out towards long, praying, hoping, looking down the line there. see degster with his scout. They know he's having flashbacks to the last major. He went out under similar circumstances on Dust2, but far deeper in the competition, all the way in those semi-finals. He was hoping to replicate something like that this time around, but it might all be a distant memory. Flash goes out.
There it is.
Blank is in. It's the Danes doing it all here and now for Vitality. Looking to cement themselves as legends. They send OG packing.
Unbelievable. The grit to stay in this series. The work that these players have put in, paying off. And Vitality, there were doubts. There were questions about this core in this year. But at least more of them now put to rest. For OG, commiserations, a team robbed of attempts at majors in back-to-back for PGL Stockholm.